Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Before we get started, a couple things. First, there are spoilers in this video. There's no way to talk about this episode without spoilers, so there will be spoilers. So watch out for that. And I apologize that my room looks like a mess. I'm moving this week, so it's like there's a lot going on. But thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited to talk about Loki episode 2. I did just finish watching it literally a minute ago after scanning to see if there were after credit scenes, of which there are none, which is typical of a MCU show at this point. Normally we get one about midway or towards the end, and there always has been one for the end so far, so I'm interested to see what that's going to be like. Let's just walk through this episode, and I want to preface this by saying if you watched my video from last week in episode 1, I was very nervous about how this show was going to go, okay, because I was very scared that they were just going to ignore Loki and like all of his, issues that he had in 2012, and I'm no longer worried about that. I really am not. I think it works really great. I mean, even from this episode, he's betrayed like 5 different people, and we don't know which one he actually has betrayed, and it's freaking me out, and it's awesome. I'm really, really, truly excited. So we start off the episode with basically training for Loki. He's trying to figure out how he's supposed to be in the TVA, and they're trying to figure out where this other Loki is. And after a little bit of time, they find another, Loki event, so they go to that event, and Loki kind of betrays them by taking their time to not find Loki. He basically distracts them, which I thought was right on par for what 2012 Loki would do. And this is where I was pretty confident at that moment that it was going to be Lady Loki. I was like, okay, it's me, Lady Loki. I was actually prepared to talk in this video about why I thought it was Lady Loki, but now we know it's Lady Loki, so it doesn't matter. But I did call it early, so I also think I did mention it in my last video, and I am really happy about it because it was a really cool twist, even though we all saw it coming. So then after that, they all are like, I don't really trust Loki, we don't have a choice, and then Loki figures out basically that the reason they can't find this Loki is because this Loki is hiding in apocalypses, right? Because if at the end of an apocalypse, right, which always happens, everybody dies, right, then there's nothing you can do to stop that from happening, right? So if I were to go and I would shoot 5 people in Pompeii before the Pompeii, basically destroyed the whole town, no one would know because everybody dies anyway. That was Loki's theory. They tested it in Pompeii, which is really cool, by the way. I was really excited. I love Pompeii. And so then they tested that theory, not the shooting people theory, but the theory that you could do whatever you wanted before the time the world ended and nothing would happen. And it's true. So Loki did figure out that, along with Agent Mobius, kind of, that is the thing that's how Lady Loki is hiding. Okay, they knew that. They figured that out. Then they had to figure out where. So they know that Lady Loki, who they originally thought was Loki, left a candy bar from 2050 in the area. So they had to figure out what event in 2050 would he be at. They found out in Alabama in 2050 there is a tsunami that destroys the entire, area. So they go there, and in this supermarket they find Loki. Well, Loki finds the other Loki, but the other Loki is using other people to talk to him, which we all kind of thought was going to happen. But then at the end, they reveal that it is Lady Loki the entire time, and Lady Loki walks through this thing after destroying the sacred timeline, literally destroying it. And I do have a theory on that. I'm really excited to talk about that. But they essentially, what they do here is they reveal that it's Lady Loki, and Loki, this is what I still don't know, and I can't really speculate on it because there's no really way to tell, but Loki then follows Lady Loki into the portal, right? Which most people would think, oh no, he's betraying Agent Mobius, but that's not true, I think. I truly think that Loki likes Mobius, I really do, and I think that he likes the TVA. And I think that what he's doing here, right, is he's going with Lady Loki to find out more about her and to figure out where she's going, because if they just let Lady Loki go, there's going to be almost no way of tracking her back down. So I think that's why Loki did it, and on face value it does look like he's betraying Agent Mobius, but I think he's trying to gain Lady Loki's trust so that he can betray her. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited about that, but let's talk about destroying the timeline for a second. I mean, this created the multiverse, right? If you think about it, because at first, really, there isn't another multiverse. There really isn't, right? But then you got to think about this is 2012, and they're creating the multiverse now, because it is 2012, but it's in 2050 technically, which isn't in any time that we've seen so far in any of the MCU movies. So it's hard to tell how this works. That would mean that, say in 2050 I create a branch in Pompeii in 79 AD, right? Then that branch of reality has gone on since that time, and therefore would be there forever, right? So the multiverse has always been here, but it hasn't been branched, it hasn't been created yet. But once the multiverse is created, it will have always been created. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to create the multiverse in 3026, okay, the multiverse would still be here in 2021 because it would create a new branch of reality, which is still a reality, and a reality is always continuing and is always a straight line. So here, I think we truly did see the creation of the multiverse, but that doesn't mean the multiverse wasn't always there. It just means that now that in 2050 this is all created, there is still a thing. And there's still a way that they can fix it, theoretically speaking, if they all can go back in time to stop all these Nexus events from happening. There's almost no way that happens. I am thinking this is the actual creation of the multiverse, and I'm really excited about it. And this has been said to lead directly into Spider-Man No Way Home and directly into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and WandaVision. WandaVision, see, that's why people are confused. I think they will be confused. I don't know. I haven't read anything about it yet because I literally just finished watching the show. But in WandaVision, there technically is another timeline, we think, because we see Scarlet Witch communicating with her children in a different universe, or so we assume it's a different universe, right? That would make sense because the multiverse is always created so long as it has been created. So I think that's why it's going to connect to that, and I think it's a really cool idea. I don't know how Marvel's going to try to tell us that, but I'm really excited about it. I am excited to see more Lady Loki and Loki. I wonder how that's going to happen. I haven't really read the comics a whole lot about Lady Loki, so I will try to read up on that by next week. The issue is that my Marvel Impendium thing is like right there, so it's packed, and I'm not reaching in there to get it, so I won't be able to read up on that until like Sunday, but that's fine. That'll give me a few days to read into it before it is time to watch the next episode, but I'm really excited. Hope you guys are too. I think this really raised my expectations. And definitely raised my hopes for this show. I really like what they did here. I was extremely nervous, but now I'm very content. I am confident that they are going to make this a really cool show. I'm really, really happy with it. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Once we hit 150 subscribers, I'm dressing up like Spider-Man and going to Walmart. It's going to be a good time. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video. Comment down below what you guys thought of the episode. I love hearing from you guys. I always respond to comments. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do on YouTube. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated. And I'll see you guys in the next video.